Hey, this guy's podcast. I'm the Stone Pony, Davante Stone. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to the 19th floor, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to the year of the GOAT, because we're in 2023 and go figure, 23, Michael Jordan, year of the GOAT, greatness, all of that great stuff. Plus, if you're a foodie like myself, it's restaurant week here in Chicago and I'm hungry because Nia brought it up. All right, coming up on the show today, we're gonna talk sports, AFC, NFC championship games. We're gonna talk about that. Plus, we're gonna talk about Beyonce, because she hit the stage. We're talking about Lil Yachty. We're talking about Snoop Dogg and Teddy Riley. They have entered something very special. And here with me today, coming up on This Guy's podcast, is Big Sylvia the G. Over here. Big Sylvia the G.
Hey.
Let me officially say Happy New Year to you.
Yes, because first of all, it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We ain't talked about the Gucci stuff.
Yeah, we haven't. We've been missing that entertainment.
Yes.
And we got a lot of entertainment today. So good to have you back. Let's first talk about your girl, Beyonce, and everybody that loves Beyonce. Whoa, she hit the stage, I believe, here recently over the weekend.
Yeah, not here.
Not here.
In Dubai.
So talk about that.
In Dubai, baby, Beyonce hit the stage. First of all, whoever leaked the videos online, y'all know what y'all supposed to do.
What was these leaked videos?
It was her performance, so it was no filming, no videos, performance in Dubai at the Atlantis Royale.
Come on now, first of all,
It's
you know
Beyonce.
what's wrong with that?
What?
They was not supposed to record, but these things, was it meant to be leaked?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
But I'm glad that they did, is what I'm saying.
Wow.
Because I want to see my girl Beyonce. First of all,
Yeah.
She recently put out an album, Renaissance, which we don't have no visuals, we just got music. No visuals, no concert, official concert days, no nothing. So this is the first time us seeing Beyonce since she released new music. So I'm just glad, but she did not sing any songs off Renaissance, which I was happy about, because if y'all did, y'all should have leaked that too. And I feel the person that leaked it, look at me. The person that leaked that.
Look at her.
If it was no Renaissance songs, and I see that as a video of the Renaissance songs, I'm coming to get you. But yeah, she got $23 million for the performance, and if you want to stay at the hotel, it was $100,000 a
Me,
night.
I just want to go to Dubai. I just want to get there because I know that it's really nice, and they got these brand new trains that kind of float and they do all kind of stuff. But Dubai, me and you both got to get up some money to go. But 23, how much?
$23 million.
Just to do the show in Dubai?
The show in Dubai. But the plane ride is more than a day. I can't do that. I'd be like this for like 2-hour flights.
But you could though, because if you wasn't in first class and we rode on Emirates on that 360, that big one, that nice one that you don't even know you're in the air.
What you know about
I know a lot about this, don't ask me questions, but that Emirates, that thing would take you there in Dubai and then you will have fun. But how many people, was this a sold out performance for?
It was invite only.
Oh,
so it was a lot of celebrities. I did see Hailey Bailey and Chloe.
Really?
DDG. First of all, DDG, you did a good one with dating Hailey, because
what happened?
Because she just so classy and he just so hood. So
yeah,
it's balanced. It balanced him out. But it was good to see somebody that's in rap at an exclusive Beyonce event.
Which I think is great. And so tell us about Blue Ivy. She was on stage with her mom?
Yeah, she did.
How old is this girl now? Like, Blue Ivy is growing up right before our eyes, and she's becoming, I thought they wanted to kind of like not have her out there
a little
in
bit.
the beginning, remember?
Yeah.
But now every time you look up, Blue Ivy is here, she's there, she's everywhere.
Yep. And I also believe that she's getting older. She wants to be seen a little more, have some creative direction with her mom stuff. So it's cool.
So $24 million.
Yep.
That's really some nice. I wonder, did they direct deposit that, or did they Zelle that to her?
They wired it.
They wired that money like Beyonce need money. Like her and her husband alone are like 50 billionaires, and so they just probably take, that's like chump change.
Yeah. I learned when it's more than $5,000, they gotta wire it to you.
They gotta wire it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like that.
Wire me some money, okay? I need some. And all of y'all that's in the audience, wire me something. Let's move on to Lil Yachty. Yes. Now, rapper Lil Yachty is putting together an album, but it's not any rap.
Yes, non-rap.
Talk about this non-rap album. What is did he just decide to do this for his fans? Because a lot of times artists, they want to do different things.
Yeah.
What's this about?
Yeah, so he said he was doing an alternative psychedelic with live instrumentation album. Honestly, I already thought Lil Yachty kind of made that music anyway, alternative music, because it's not, it's popular, but everybody in the room probably don't know any Lil Yachty songs. But as far as...
Wait, before you said that. Anybody in here that knows a Lil Yachty song? Anybody? Okay, we see some hands.
Right.
Okay.
Not everybody.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, okay.
So I thought I would categorize Lil Yachty as a alternative artist anyway.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting for him not rapping, and he's gonna just be singing?
It didn't say. I read an article. It didn't say if he was going to be singing, but there will be live instrumentations.
Uh-huh.
So I feel as though it may be him harmonizing with the instrument. Like, there's music when you.
Yeah.
So maybe there's music to coincide with a different type of.
Got it.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Speaking of which, because we didn't talk about this, the concert that happened with Future.
Yeah.
And you just made me think about this. Here in Chicago at the United Center, sold out.
Yep.
Dirk was on stage.
Yep.
Herb was on stage.
Yes.
And we said that Polo G wasn't on stage though, right? So give me the feedback, because I've heard a lot of different things. I heard people say, oh, it was nice. It was mild. It was nothing crazy. Thank God. Nothing crazy that happened in Chicago. I mean, people actually.
Wait. You didn't see what was going on the Instagram?
Tell me.
They was fighting. They was boxing.
Wait, come on. So who at the United Center?
I don't know, but it may have been Ray and. Do you remember when?
Oh God, Ray and them. Who was it? Ray and then Bebe.
With Katie?
Yes, with Katie. Yes.
Maybe it was her friends that made her late. They came to the Future concert at the United Center. First of all, it was wrong. Y'all got the wrong day and the wrong time. We had the Future concert now.
Yeah, it's Future.
But it was Ray.
But it was Ray?
It was Ray.
Oh my God. People are saying that Future though was, a lot of people say, man, he's like in his 50s now. They say, I've heard this. I heard that Future was like 50 years old, because we know that 2 Chainz was like in his 60s.
I don't know if
Is it true that he's moving closer? Because they were saying he's more of an older demo now. Like Future is like, people were like, I know people was like, I'm not going to the Future concert.
He do make a little mature music, but
okay.
I don't know if he's 50, but he is a Scorpio, so I'm gonna stay away from him.
Okay, so we're gonna stay away.
Yeah.
There's big news though on some people that I know that are entering the Hall of Fame. Talk about this.
Yes.
Snoop Dogg and Teddy Riley. For those who don't know a little bit about Teddy Riley, he started the whole New Jack Swing. He had tons of artists like Guy, I'll Be Sure. He did a lot of work, and it was just a movement. And now he is going into the Hall. So talk a little bit about this. Who else did I miss? I think it's somebody else.
Actually, they're going to the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Songwriters Hall of Fame. Big Sylvia G. Talk about that real quick. And Sade.
And Sade.
My girl Sade. If y'all don't know about Sade, is it a crime that I still love you? I love Sade. She got these little feet. I seen her on stage. I can get into it because she likes to take off her shoes on stage when she's performing, and she's got the smallest little beautiful. Okay, but anyway, let's talk about it. It's Sade feet. I tell you, her feet look better than Megan. Well, and let me stop. I'm sorry. Sade ain't never got shot in her feet though. Never been shot in her foot. But anyway, not that I know of, but I did go there. But anyway,
so,
is it a crime? All right,
it was a crime.
It was a crime. All right. Let's go do it with Big Sylvia G. Hey, this guy's podcast. Wow, talk about wild card, talk about divisional, talk about here we are now at the AFC, NFC championship games. And if you were watching football this weekend like I was, man, was a lot of people that was not happy. There were people who were happy, but the Bills weren't happy. We're going to kick it off with the AFC. The Bills, here's the thing about the Bills. And I said that the Bills were going to be in the Super Bowl. I said that the Bills will be playing, Damar Hamlin. Kudos to Damar Hamlin being back at the game. It was great to see him in the stands, way up there. And you just thought, well, we needed more of just his presence being there to win this game. But what a crazy game in Buffalo on Sunday. And when I say this to you, my friend, I did not expect. I felt like it was going to be a little competitive with Josh and the crew that they have and their defense, but the Bengals came to play. And I want people to understand this before we get into it. The Bengals were in the AFC Championship game last year. They were where people thought they wouldn't be, and now here we go again, and they are legit. And Bengals, I'm gonna just go back to the Bills. The Bills get beat by the Bengals 27-10. Even having DeMar up in the stands, it was a Bills game. The snow, I mean, they were in their element, but they couldn't get it done. Tell us what happened, and it's been 3 years now. The Bengals are now back in it. The Bills are not. What happened?
I think it was, well, for one, I know Joe Burrow came to play. As promised, he showed improved. Like at the end of the game, he told everybody, send your receipts, because everybody thought the Bills was going to win. I just think it was the Bengals defense just dominated from start to finish.
They were amazing.
Like Stephon Diggs, they could double coverage him the whole game. Josh Allen started off with an interception, and from there it was one-sided. Just the Bengals dominated from start.
I feel like their energy was different. Yeah. I mean, even the Bengals had to come on the road. It's hostile. I mean, when you have to come on, and that's one thing about home field, right? You would think that this makes sense, or this is like you should win. But when you get into these playoffs, it don't really make a difference, because some of these home teams that have that advantage, they end up losing, like the Bills did, and it just wasn't enough. But people don't give enough credit to the defensive coordinator for the Bengals. This guy needs a head coaching job.
I agree.
He knew how to stop what was going on there. Talk a little bit about that as you see the game unravel.
I think as the game was going on, Bengals defensive coordinator, he just made the adjustments. Like they just blitzed Josh Allen from like going into the second half. Third quarter was crucial because it seemed like they was trying to make a comeback. The Bills were, but like I said, they just adjusted and made the right moves, attacking their receiving core. I know it was a lot of friction between Stephon Diggs.
What happened with that? Because a lot of people are talking about that. That's the stuff that kind of went viral. Right. You got Stephon Diggs, the all-pro wide receiver who normally gets the ball. Now, here's the thing. I had to go back to that because he was like, I'm not getting the ball, but he was targeted most than anybody that was on that team. He had 10 targets.
Exactly.
Okay? So he really, even with those 10 targets, he didn't do anything with it. I mean, he was Stephon, but it really wasn't that. So, of course, you're upset. But what's the beef? Was there a beef between him and Josh? Because he threw his, what happened on the sideline?
I think he felt like it was many times he was open down the field to score, and Josh just overthrew him or just turned the ball over, not seeing him down the field to catch. And it seemed like there was friction between them, like during the game. Obviously, you know, he wants to win. They've been in the position to get to the AFC Championship game or the Super Bowl the last couple years, and I feel this year was their best shot because next year you never know. It might be another team to win that AFC and dominate. So
I agree.
Yeah.
Really crazy. Let's talk about the Chiefs now. The Chiefs and the Jaguars. I actually had the Jaguars actually beating the Chiefs.
Really?
They got close. I thought that they really made it more of a competitive game, and you had to look at Kansas City saying maybe, I don't know. But there was a couple things here that could have happened that actually could have put the Jaguars in position, I feel like, to win, but they didn't. The Chiefs beat the Jags 27-20, and here you got Patrick Mahomes again going to the AFC Championship game, which he lost last year, right. If I can remind everybody, to the Bengals, who actually went to the Super Bowl, but they lost, of course, to the Rams. But getting back to this, MVP, they're saying MVP for this guy, Patrick Mahomes. Is he deserving of an MVP this year?
I would say so. Me personally, I had Jalen Hurts being the MVP still, but I think Mahomes is right there with him. I think it's neck and neck right now. But going into this game, he's not 100%, and that's going to be key going up against this Bengals defense because they are going to apply pressure.
They're going to apply pressure.
Finish. And I think, me personally, I got the Bengals winning a close game. Mm-hmm. But I think it's going to go down to the wire. As long as they can contain Travis Kelce and their running backs and receiving core, I think the Bengals are going to prevail. But
all right, so you got the Bengals, I got the Bengals. I'm taking the Bengals to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll see what happens. Let's move real quickly to the NFC Championship game. here's what's so crazy. The Giants, I knew that the Giants were, were just there. I mean, they had a great season, but could they actually beat the team? Actually, the Giants, with 38-7 in the divisional round, got beat. We knew that was going to happen. And then the Niners, Dallas. What about those Cowboys? I hope we don't have no Cowboy fans in here. I hope nobody in here has Jerry Jones's number. The Cowboys suck. And Dak Prescott sucks. Yes, I'm saying it now. They had an opportunity. You mean to tell me that this happened? What? But Pollard did get hurt. Yeah. Pollard got hurt in this game.
Like, to piggyback on Pollard, I think moving forward, he is going to be the starting running back for next year. I believe this might be the last Ezekiel Elliott being a Dallas Cowboy. I think they're going to move on. And I think also
that's the word.
They will probably draft a quarterback in the draft because I think Jerry Jones is trying to move on from Dak.
Yeah,
I know he regrets paying that big contract.
It's so crazy. So let's talk about Eagles-Niners. The Niners are a good team. We've seen it. They are here. Do you all realize that the 49ers have a no-name quarterback? His name is Pretty, whatever this guy's name is, he's getting it done. So in a Shanahan system, and I'm going to say this, Shanahan is the coach of the 49ers. And I don't care who you put in there and what position, it's going to work, it's going to click. And they proved that this past weekend. So now you've got the Eagles, 49ers in the NFC Championship game. Your thoughts real quickly, because I know we gotta move on. Who's gonna win that game? I got the Eagles.
I'm still undecided, but if
are you?
Yes. But I'm gonna say
what makes you on the fence?
I'm gonna say this: if they can contain Jalen Hurts and stop AJ Brown and their running core, it's gonna be a close one. I would, if I was a betting man, which I am, I think I'm gonna side with the 49ers on this one.
Oh, you heard it. I'm going with the Eagles, and we'll see what that turns out to be coming up. Right? It's gonna be really exciting. All right, that's going to do it for this guy in the NFL. Coming up, we're going to be talking about Bulls, and we'll find out what Anthony Flores has to talk about right here on This Guys Podcast. I'm sitting here with Anthony Flores before we talk Chicago Bulls and where the Bulls are in 10th place. That's right there in 10th place. I need to ask, because I know you watched the games this weekend too, what are your predictions going into this, as far as the AFC championship game versus the Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs? Who's going to win that game? Why?
I really thought this hardened through with the Chiefs, and I just feel like even with a backup quarterback, their defense is solid, their running game is on point, and Kelsey could make that game a little bit more interesting. I think I would take the Chiefs.
Ooh, I think that you're going to take the Chiefs, even with Patrick Mahomes being hobbled with that high ankle sprain, which a lot of people and analysts and people that said that they've had that injury. That
he's going to feel it.
You're going to feel that, but he's going to play.
But I like the backup too, though. The thing is that we've seen it from the 49ers. It doesn't matter if you're second or third string. You could get to the Super Bowl. And I think, honestly, 49ers have a good shot, too.
Okay.
I just feel like defense is a key to a lot of this. And the Bills, they fell short because of that defense.
Yeah.
Lost Von Miller.
They say defense wins games. Offense puts people in the stands, right? Defense wins games, especially when you're talking about championship games, games that are not as a lot of points, but maybe, depending on who does that, just great defense. And you would have to think that that both of these teams are going to play defense, but I'm going to go with the Bengals on this one. Like I mentioned, like I told THC, like, hey, I'm going with them now. I'm going with them to be in the Super Bowl. Now, am I going for them to win? And we'll see what happens with Burrow, because, he had an opportunity last year. They got so close. I think that it's in them now. They feel it. And they're a legit team. They are a legit team. He's got players. He's got T. Higgins. He's got Boyd, he's got Chase, he's got Mixon. They have like you said, they have really good defense. So let's see what happens. Let's move it real quickly to the NFC Championship game. Who do you like? Who do you think is going to win it, and why?
49ers. That defense.
49ers are your team.
Yeah.
You got the 49ers beating the Eagles.
I think that,
you right here on This Guys Podcast right now, you've got the Eagles losing to the 49ers.
Yes.
Interesting. Y'all heard it here.
I just love that defense.
Okay. Defense wins games. Let's talk about the Bulls, my friends. Are you happy about this?
Let's go to Chicago.
Chicago. So with that being said, the Bulls are in 10th place right now.
Yes.
The Bulls are in 10th place. But what's so good about this whole thing is that the All-Star game hasn't happened yet, right? And it's going to happen. After the All-Star game, you see what a lot of teams are doing. Trades. Key. And then positioning, right?
Right.
So the Bulls have won 3 straight games. 3 straight games. They won last night's game, and when they beat, of course, the Hawks. I think it was 100 to 110. Right. Did you see the game?
I watched it. I watched the first half. I like.
What do you think about your Bulls? DeRozan had 26 points.
Yeah, he's dropping, he's scoring, and Levine and him are a little bit chemistrying a little bit, and that's the good part. You know, we still have point guards that are a little bit injured. We still have a little shakiness, but the Bulls are starting to figure out now. And the next 3 games are on the road. And these 3 games, if we win them all and go 6-0, we literally get in the 8th spot. And I know we could push, and we don't want to be in a play-in tournament in reality. And I think the Bulls have like a good chemistry going on right now.
So you actually talked about that. So the next 3 games coming up, we play the Pacers, right? The Indiana Pacers. We also play the Hornets, all right? Charlotte, MJ's team, number 23. That's Michael's team. And then we play the Magic. Shouldn't we win against the Pacers?
Yes.
Okay.
Off the injuries that they have.
Yeah,
we should.
That game is coming up. So what's the over and under on that, and what is the spread?
Okay, so the spread that I woke up to was Chicago Bulls being -2.
-2.
So they're favorite. It's a good favorite.
Okay.
And the over and under started at 234, went up to 235. I think that with this game, it could go up and down with offense and defense. Over and under, I wouldn't touch it really, but Vucevic's double-double is a key factor for my betting.
Okay. And Vuce has been playing pretty solid, right?
Really good.
He's been playing double-doubles. The team to you is this team. So if you had to really think about this team, so we could, by us being out these spots, we can make it to the playoffs. Yeah. We can probably become an 8th seed, right?
And that's what we want.
And that's what we want. But can't we go further?
The chemistry. It's just gonna come down to chemistry, honestly, and maybe a trade, maybe one more trade, you know. And I honestly I could see us in the 7th or 6th seed, but right now we're taking the baby steps, and honestly, a 3-game winning streak could push us to 6th. That should be the next steps.
Really interesting. But I am so happy to see the Chicago Bulls doing something and winning and actually playing with some chemistry.
Right.
You know, actually, and then we got to remember injuries play a big part of everything. So
in every sport,
we got to stay healthy. But somebody that I noticed back yesterday, both of these guys were back. They're number 3 in the Eastern Conference standings, but the Milwaukee Bucks, who are right up the road from us, Chris Middleton is back, Giannis is back, and they look. A
championship team.
You know what they do?
Yes.
They always seem to, like, in the months of like January and February, they kind of like play like this as a team, and then they're back now. Like, we'll see what happens with them being healthy and being able to pull together some. And I think they can. I think they can even probably rise to take on the number 1 position if they keep playing. It's a requirement right now to think about it.
Giannis and Middleton now.
Did you see that game? Yeah.
He's getting there with the restriction minutes, but he's going to be healthy.
Yeah, he's going to be healthy.
It's a little dangerous for us.
You got to beat the Boston Celtics, though. They are at the top there, and they're at the top of the East, and they are tough. They are tough. That defense is tough. These guys are ready. And remember, people forget they were in the NBA Finals.
And they don't have their coach. They got a little sub.
Do they really need this coach?
No,
Do they need that guy? Really?
And they said Jalen and Jason were never going to have a chemistry together, but they got there, and they could do it again. I love that little duel.
Yeah, it's a really good duel. Well, it's really good. Do you have any surprise bets or anything that we're missing out before?
My surprise bet would be Bulls money line for the next 3 games, and we're gonna push to 500.
Oh wow! So, how much money did you win, sir, this weekend?
It was positive.
Yeah, it was positive. You don't want to give me a number? Give me a number. Oh. Please let me hear it. No. What is it? I want to know. Oh, I want to know. No, but you're always, I know your pockets are fat, and hopefully you didn't lose anything this weekend. Okay.
It took a loss.
It took a loss. Okay.
Profits, though.
All right.
It's all about profit.
All right, so I can't wait. We'll talk about what happens after the AFC Championship game and the NFC Championship game. And then, of course, we only got, 3 games left.
Yeah,
Actually,
two
the
and then
the Super Bowl, and then it's like there it is. Football season is over. God, I hate that. Really
Baseball's
hate it.
around the corner.
Right around the corner, and we'll be talking much baseball. All right, thank you very much, sir. That's going to do it for this guy's podcast. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, hit the button. You know what a button is. We're on YouTube. Do it today. Do it before I come to your house. I know where you are. You got your location on the phone. I'm coming. I'm coming for you.